Hello, I wanted to tell you about my experience purchasing a cherrywood archetype stereo rack, which was manufactured by Salamander Designs in Bloomfield, Connecticut. I purchased the rack from University Audio in Madison, Wisconsin in March 2020. Due to the pandemic, they were nice enough to have it shipped to me instead of me having to pick it up at the store some weeks later. I received the unit within about 3 weeks. I then went to assemble the unit and got about 90% completed when I realized that those fly eaters at Salamander Designs didn't put the prescribed number of parts in the box. It was short a couple of washers and nuts. After a couple of email pesters and complaints to University Audio, I received the parts from Salamander. It took about 3 weeks of delay for this to happen. But I had my unit assembled and I thought it looked very nice. So fast forward to December 2020. I was dusting the unit and noticed that where my turntable's feet sit, the wood had remained light while all the wood around it had darkened. I proceeded to check the other shelves, and some are even worse. As you can see here, I have since flipped the unit over. This is the top shelf and these are the bottom shelves, and I have taken it apart. So this was the second to the lowest shelf, and as you can see, where I had articles placed, the wood has remained light and darkened around it. Like, for example, you can see that the shape of this perfectly fits this lightened outline. There's a lightened outline here, and there's a large lightened outline here. So I contacted University Audio about this, and they said that this was, quote, normal for cherrywood. As if it would be normal if you bought, say, a cherrywood nightstand, placed a lamp on it, and then some months later you lift it up to dust around it, and you saw a lightened circle. I'm not even going to argue this point further because I think it's self-evidently absurd. Anyway, I proceeded to contact Salamander Designs, providing them with pictures and a detailed account of my issue. At least they did say that this wasn't, quote, normal. But ultimately, really did nothing to give me basically all they did was give me the runaround, and they ultimately sort of intimated that this was likely caused by me because they said that it wasn't lightened underneath what this washer was. But obviously the compression of this washer would have something to do about the ability for this finish to darken or flow. So anyway, there you have it. That's my experience with Salamander Designs. Buyer beware.